Hey everybody, welcome to our live chat. I am Heather, and we come to you live every day, Monday through Thursday. We're here at 9, 12, 9, 11, 1, 3, and 5. I'm like, I had to think about that. Let me put those hours below just in case I missed it. But we are here on Fridays at 9 and 11. So we give you ample opportunity to jump on, ask us questions, figure stuff out. If you're interested in Luminous, if you've heard about Luminous, if you have no idea how you got onto this channel, whatever the case may be, we're here to talk Luminous, what we have to offer. So that's airbrushing, that's color cosmetics, and skincare. So we always go over the basics. We always go from start to finish. And then we also talk about other products that we have, because we have over 300. So definitely there's a lot to talk about. So last 5 o'clock, like I don't know how to say that, yesterday at 5, we talked about covering dark circles and how to color match. And so that is what we are going to focus on today. I will show you one of our starter kits because we do like to go over that. So this is the Icon, and it comes with 2 bottles of foundation, Love, and Blush. We give you the 2 bottles so you can color match, so you can practice, so you can use it. The Blush and the Love, you're only using drops at a time. The Blush is super high pigmented, so you don't need to use a lot at all. So we'll cover all of that. And then these are the steps I want you to follow when you get your system. First one is get it out of the box. And then when you turn it on, there is air that comes out. And the air feels so good. But just keep your hand or your stylus 4 finger widths away from your face and just feel that air working around your face. Then you can put water in here and start pulling back on the trigger. You're going to pull back super light on that trigger. And so that's something you're going to want to practice as well. So hello, I know, Linda, I'm talking really fast right now because I wanted to get through that so we can concentrate on the meat of it, on what we wanted to talk about. So I was trying to get through all that so we can really focus on that, on the covering dark circles and color matching. Like I said before, it came up yesterday at 5. And so we're going to talk about that. Hello, Mira. Hello, Candy. So we are on Facebook and on YouTube. And so if you see me or hear me say hi to somebody and you're like, who's she talking to? That's why. All right. So let's get started, shall we? I'm trying to think. Let's go through color matching. Hello, Melissa. Let's go through color matching first. And I'm going to, again, do different options so you can see the difference. Now, if you have a starter kit, you only have 2, right? You only have 2 options. But I just want to show you what other options may look like. And in that way, it kind of takes the guesswork out of it, or answers all the questions, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get different finishes, too. All right, so I'm going to shake my products up. Make sure that when you get your system to shake the bottles, or if there's a product that you haven't used in a while, you want to shake it up for a good 30 seconds because you do want to make sure that all that product is being mixed. I'm going to show you one that I haven't mixed in a while. Here's one. And you can tell it's water and mineral based, so there is going to be separation. So if you haven't used a product or you're just got your system, shake those bad boys up for a good 30 seconds. All right. So I'm going, hold on, I'm going to dip down because I dropped my headband and I'm going to use my headband today. Okay. So now I'm just going to put this on so you can see what's going on. So don't laugh at my hair. All right. So now I'm going in and I'm taking my first color, putting it on my finger, and doing a line on my face. I'm going to do it kind of heavy so you can see it. Okay? You guys can see that, right? Now I'm taking the second color. Now, normally you would only do this with 2 colors. Can you see that? Going in for my third. I'll do it here. Right there. Okay, you guys can see it. Now, how I'm doing this and how I'm color matching right now is how you would with traditional makeup, right? If I had a traditional foundation here, and I don't, no, I don't. I would take a little bit, swipe it on my face, and see if it's my shade. And that's the one I would use. With Luminous, I'm going to color match like traditional makeup. However, when I get to pick which one works best, hey Muzi, how are you? When I get to pick which one works best, I'm just going, it's not going to 100%, chances are. It might not 100% match. You might be like if I was looking at a tradition, if this was traditional makeup and I was looking at this, I would say, well, none of these match. But with airbrush makeup, because it's forgiving and because how you put it on, it's different than traditional makeup. With traditional makeup, you're slapping that bad boy all over your face. And with airbrush, you're not doing that. So even though I'm color matching like traditional makeup, I'm going to pick one that is the closest to me, or the one that looks the best. Okay? Which one do you guys think looks the best? I shall wait. And now I have to remember which ones I know this one's in the middle. I have to remember which ones. Yes, Musette, exactly. I think that was it. Yeah, okay. I had to double check on my colors now. The second. Oh, is it still buffering? So everybody saying the middle? Linda, you're saying this one? The one closest to my nose or the outside one? I see some middles. The one closest to my ear. Again, I'm getting all ranges. So Linda, you're saying the one closest to my nose. So that's funny because I am getting a big range of answers. Now, the truth, I could use any one of them. I could use any one of these and it will work. That is how forgiving the makeup is. Okay? And if you were looking at that, you'd be going, are you kidding me? I don't think so. Now, I will tell you, this one will probably end up being too light for me. I can get away with it, but it'll probably be too light for me. So I would go with one of these. But I could go with either one. All right. So let me wipe this off real quick. Jeannie says the closest one to me is the one closest to my nose. Okay, and what Musette was just talking, Musette told you guys that I've used a very dark shade, started that, and said, doesn't, you know, how does that look? And everybody's like, oh, it looks great, it looks great. And it was a shade 9. This is 2, 3, and 4. I might be lying. Hold on. Nope, I lied. This is 3, this is 2, and this is 4. Okay? So when I hear new people say, oh, I don't have the right shade, it's if you're airbrushing the right way, you can make just about anything work. Okay, and I'm going to show you. Let's start with the shade 2. Now, if you're putting this on like traditional makeup and it feels heavy, it feels sticky, you know, I do hear a lot of times people are like, oh, I have to have some dry time in between. No, you don't. You shouldn't have to have any dry time in between. So if I'm putting this on and I'm doing it the right way, I'm going to do this one on this side of my face. So I'm holding it to, you know, 4 finger widths away. And we are going to go, I'm going to take this off again. We are going to talk about dark circles. So, I mean, can you guys see the difference already? I'm only doing half with this color. Okay. Whoop, stepping on the hose, stepping on the hose. What do you guys think? Okay. And just to prove that this is the one I used, I'm going to put a dot on my forehead real quick. Okay, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. What did I do with it? Hold on, let me fix that where I just messed it up. So everybody's like, yeah, it looks good. Okay. Let me fix this. I'm like, I don't know where to put the dot so you can see. Y'all are just going to have to trust me. It's this one. It's this shade right here. Okay. And now I'm going for the other one. Okay. And I'm going to do this side. Still keeping it 4 finger widths away. Keep my hand moving under the eyes, back and forth. There's overlap. But you keep moving. Blending it. Making another pass. What do you guys think? Now, there is a difference between the two. One is lighter, one is darker. But how airbrush goes on, it's so forgiving. So if all my face was this color, and it might be, you know, it might be a little bit lighter than my chest, that's okay. I can get away with this because I can you know, contour. I could add blush. I'm adding color to my face, right? So with this one, this is a little bit more warm, a little bit more of what I like. I wouldn't have to do as much contouring. It's giving me a little bit more color, but I could do both of them. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? So this was shade 2, and this was shade 3 in Mystic. So Mystic is, because it's a higher pigment load, it does show pigment a little bit deeper. So there you go. So even if, like, let's say I did my swipes and I'm like, yep, 2's the route I'm going. 2's it. I love it. That's the one for me. And then I put it on. I'm like, ooh, that might be a little bit too light. I don't know. Maybe not. I just added Mystic shade 3 into my stylus. And now I'm correcting it. So again, this shows you how forgiving, how there's no mistakes when it comes to airbrush. I don't have to wipe it off. I'm just adding to it. And then look how it's evening out. Can you guys see how it evens out? And I put more makeup on this side and it looks the same as this one. So again, that should show you, you don't have to put the same amount of makeup everywhere on your face. Cover what you need to cover, blend it by making passes. If you need more coverage, go back and do a little more coverage only where you need it. If you are airbrushing correctly, if you're holding it 4 finger widths away, you're keeping that stylus moving, and you are barely pulling back on that trigger, then you can do that. You can get as much coverage as you want by making those passes, and it's dry, guys. It's dry. There's nothing coming off on my hands or anything. All right? Okay, now let's go back in, and we're going to do some coverage and talk about dark circles. So take that off. All right. Now, with dark circles, depending on, I'm going to put some snapback on too, depending on the depth of them, like, you know, how pronounced they are, or, and puffy eyes. Yes, Melissa. Depending on how pronounced they are and what you are covering, there are some things, there's some steps that you could do as far as some pre-coverage. And I call it pre-coverage because it's giving you steps to get that full coverage. Once you're completely done, that's with blush, contouring, foundation, everything, then they will be fully covered. But don't think because you're using a concealer or eraser or X out, whatever you're using, don't think you have to get full coverage for that, because you can go halfway with the peach color corrector, you can go halfway with the CC concealer, you can start that coverage with the X out, and then continue that coverage with your foundation. So with dark circles, what I would recommend is either, and if they're pronounced, I mean, X out is for dark circles. That's what it's made for. It comes in fair, medium, and deep. And so that is for dark circles. I like a little bit more coverage. And so I go back and forth between the CC concealer and the peach color corrector. Now, those of you on Facebook, if you see Musette, she's a shade 7-8, I believe, Musette, and she uses the peach color corrector. I also can use the peach color corrector. The peach color corrector is going to help with brown spots, age spots, dark circles, all of that, okay? Melissa, if you have X out, perfect. Do the X out. I'll do the X out as well. So we'll start with that one. Hey, Tracy, how are you? Oh, Musette's 5'6" in peach. All right. This is the medium X out. I don't know if I blew all that out. Hold on, let me make sure I blew all the foundation out first. All right. So I'm using about 1, 2, 3 drops of X out in medium. And so I'm going to hit underneath my eye, and hit, I mean like airbrush. Go underneath my eyes. Now, when you're going underneath your eyes, don't squint. This is it's a little kiss of air. You can get, when you're practicing, just get used to that air blowing there. It's not going to blow in your eye unless you actually point it there. But when I do underneath my eye, I will angle it down. So not this close, but see how I'm angled? It's angled down a little bit. And then I can look up. I start my movements, pull back on my trigger. And as soon as I feel it, as soon as I feel or hear it, I start moving my hand. You don't want to spray really heavy underneath. Okay? Is that going to be enough to cover dark circles? What do? You go back and make a pass. And you keep doing that. But see, I'm blending it all the way down here. And guess what? I can even cover the red on my nose. I can use it wherever I need that pre-coverage. But the mistake that we make with the bags or wrinkles and crinkles is we focus too long or too much underneath those areas, and it's going to show wrinkles and crinkles. And obviously that's not what we want, right? Now I can go in and now use my foundation. So I just go in there and actually I'm going to use Glow because I want to show you, I'm going to do Glow on top of this because I'll show you where I use the CC concealer. Glow is going to highlight. Can you see it a little bit better? So it's all the way down, and I just keep going until I get that coverage. Oh, Tracy, well, wish her happy birthday. Now I have my foundation. I don't have to necessarily go up all the way, but I do want to blend this up. So I'm going to start at one spot. Not stopping. I'm going to keep going. Keeping it 4 finger widths away. I'm going to keep moving. And there you go. Okay? Makes sense? Does everybody feel more comfortable covering dark circles, color matching, making sure we have the right shade, but it's okay if you don't? As long as you have it in that range, you're okay. Now, regarding puffy eyes. So one thing I always recommend on puffy eyes, put your spoons, your metal spoons, in the freezer. because you can take them. We used to have a spoon in here. I don't know if I do. You can take them out even after your makeup's done and put them underneath the eyes, and it will help with puffiness. Snapback's going to help with puffiness. So there's a lot that can help. But if you have the puffiness and there's a crease, highlight in that crease. And I know you're like, I'm sorry, Heather, what? Highlight in that crease, because what does that do? It brings it forward. So it's going to create the illusion of that not being there. So go in. Let me do this one. I'm going to try to do it right here in the folds. Oh, thank you, Tracy. All right. All right. So I'm going to do it right here in the folds. I got that one too much, so I'm going to just tap that out. There you go. And that's going to create that it's forward. It goes back to that contouring and highlighting. And so you want to bring up that crease so it doesn't hide any, you're not hiding it anymore. All right. All right. Now putting on my lips. Hey, Jeannie. And you can also do it even before you airbrush the foundation on, because that way, if you're worried about getting it too bold, then you can blend it out with the foundation once it's there, but then it's still highlighted a little bit. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This was fun. Hey, we're back. We're going to be back tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. I hope to see everybody. That's okay, Jeannie, if you're late. That's okay. All right. I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Again, 9 a.m., 9, 11, 1, 3, and 5. And I will be back for the 1, 3, and 5. All right, guys. Thanks so much. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.